all crypto nation and mining family, what is going on? What's up, everybody? I see we got wheeling crypto going on first. I nailed that block first. That was my block. Yep, you did block that one, bro. You got Gandhi stuff and things coming in with the yo, what's up, crypto nation? What's up, my dude? What's up? What's up? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful week. I know I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow. Not just because it's Friday. I mean, you know, I'm thankful for every day, not just Friday, you know. But Friday's always nice because then all my buddies are, you know, able to do stuff. Everybody gets their payday. You know, we're able to kind of hang out and have a good time with friends and all that good stuff. If they have any money after all this inflation. That doesn't happen too much these days. I'll just be honest with that one. So hopefully everybody's having it. But what I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, as I was saying before I sidetrack myself here, is I get chickens. I get little baby chicks, little day-old chickies. So I'll be bringing those home. So if you guys are interested in vlogs of the chickens, I'll be doing little vlogs. You don't have to watch if you don't like chickens, but man, I'm telling you what, chickens are funny, okay? I don't know what you want to say, man. Chunkins are funny. They are hilarious. So if you guys are interested in watching the whole series of me raising 5 little chickies, certainly check that stuff out as they come in. I'll be more than likely doing a video tomorrow on them. And probably have it uploaded this weekend or something like that. Depends on how quickly I get the video edited and everything, being that it's a Friday. It's like we should, for tomorrow, have a fireball shot in commemoration of Savage Mine. Oh, I can't do fireball. Oh. Not anymore, not anymore. Good evening, my dude. So yeah, I just can't do the fireball anymore. I overdid it during that poker tournament. I think that's what we were doing. We did that whole live stream in Savage's memory, and I got obliterated on fireball, and I haven't been able to drink that stuff since. It just hits that like special spot where you don't want it to hit. Kind of makes you, you know, kind of thing. I think I overdid it. My body's just like, yeah, no more of that, bro. We're good. But I'm not a whiskey guy myself, just to be honest. I am not a whiskey drinker, so that's probably the other half of it is like, I don't like whiskey. I used to drink whiskey whenever I was younger, but man, it's like as I got older, it just started like, just makes me sick now. Like if I drink too much of it, it's like, oh God, I can't keep that down. It's like I'll stick to my rum, and I will stick to brandy. Rum and brandy, my go-tos. Exactly, Rude. Exactly, man. It's like I like stuff to be a little bit more nicer to my stomach. I don't have the drunk stomach. My stomach doesn't. I don't drink enough to be able to stomach that. I used to when I was like 18, 19 years old. Oh my God, I would sit there and just, I drank way too much. I can't do that no more. I think I overdid it when I was young enough, and my body just like, yeah, you're done. We're gonna mentally cut you off. It's kind of funny. But let's get into today's news, yo. And as we're sliding on into stuff like that, I got double picture. I got picture in picture here. Yo, look at that. I got a picture over here. I got a picture over here. Yo, I don't need this one here. That one is this. Bam. I don't need that camera. It's kind of weird. I'm glad I looked over it at the same time. I'm like, looked up, 2 pictures. He's like, I'm jacked and 420 all day long. How too funny. And no more Jack and Coke for me. No. No Jack and Coke. I used to do that. Back in the day, I even used to do 7 and 7. Seagram 7 with 7-Up. If you've never had it before, pretty good. I'm just saying. I used to go to the movie theaters with that. You know, go into a movie theater with a little bottle of Seagram 7 and order a 7-Up and go sit down and pour it. Yeah, good, good, good. But let's go ahead and get into it. Since the other day we've pumped a little bit, we're at 27, teetered underneath 20, just under 27,000, and then today we had a nice little pump of mental going on, rose it up to over $28,000. So the market did pretty good. I mean, it propped up the whole market a little bit. But the whole market, you know, as Bitcoin rolls over, the rest of the market starts bleeding out, hemorrhaging in the same rate, if not faster. Altcoins, when they make their move harder and faster. So think of it like the Bitcoin being a Goliath. He's slow, bulky, and you know, and all that good stuff, right? Everything you're wanting in a market to be slow reacting. You don't want it to be like instant. Oh God, it dropped. Whoop, we take the elevator down. And that's what a lot of the other altcoins will do, just on a little glimmer of Bitcoin's price dropping a little bit, is that they instantaneously tank. It's like, wow, that is insane, right? Litecoin trading just under $90 per coin. Not too bad. Monero trading right around that $150 mark. So if you guys are mining on CPUs, you're doing pretty good, actually. The price of Monero is up pretty nicely. Let's see here. Anything else that's like worth mentioning on this front page, really? There's like a whole bunch of like poop coins galore. That really don't have anything to do with like we got Caspa up here. I had a feeling Caspa was on this front page. So for the week, Caspa is up 75% for the week. For the day, it is down almost 8% in an interim day. So it was over 3 cents per Caspa, which is not too bad. I mean, anytime that you got a newer project that starts getting a little bit of traction, the percentage of uplift per week is going to be pretty drastic as long as it continues its linear growth, right? Not saying that you can't see pullbacks or whatnot, but, you know, if you've been mining Caspa before the last week, all of your Caspa is still up 75% from where it was when you initially mined it. That's how you got to kind of equate it to. Don't worry about the day going, oh my God, I lost out on. If you were mining it before the last 7 days, you were up still almost 76% on the 7 day. So, you know, you're still winning. What's up, Sadie? FA loading a... Oh, yeah, pass, puff. Puff, puff, pass. All the way around. Damn it. Screwed it up already. Damn it.
Smoke weed every day.
Just for you, Sadie. Just for you. If you guys have any Dash miners, your Dash miners are still down for the week. If you got any Dash ASICs, those things are just horrible. Absolutely horrible for profitability. Please, people, do not look at Dash unless you either have free power or next to free power. And anybody else, you're just are never going to be profitable. I don't care. There are too many Dash miners out there, period. So do not get into that market unless you got like next to free power or free. That's just my thing. That's just me. And then let's go ahead and take a look at some of the coins that we've been all mining. I know. Let's see here. Let's see here. Everybody's been mining that Dynex. We all know that. It looks like Dynex peaked. at about 12 cents, almost 13 cents is where it's peaked out at. And it's kind of rolled down a little bit, kind of come back up. So, it's like if you're holding on to Dynex here and Bitcoin goes up to 30,000, you are going to be up. You're going to have some pretty good growth if you're holding on to this for the Bitcoin movement. Now, if Bitcoin drops, of course, you're going to lose value, but you're going to still have the same amount of Dynex. So that doesn't change. So you're just waiting for the cycle to kind of end itself. So we're going to be watching a cycle kind of wrap through that. People aren't going to understand what's going on with regulatory clarity behind a lot of this stuff. Are the banks going to be dropping all these cryptocurrencies now? There are a lot of things that are kind of like attributing factors on why the price movement on Bitcoin is kind of right now. And this is just looking at for some of the things that are happening with some of the banks and into the poop coin cryptos, because that's where it really affects into on the banking side of it, because Bitcoin's to unbank yourself, not to bank yourself. And that's what these poop coins have done, is they've banked themselves. So now they're in jeopardy. We have the SEC coming down on the exchanges all over the, they're going after all the exchanges for anything at this point, because pretty much they've been so relaxed on the regulation enforcement on these exchanges that it's allowed a few things to get out of control. Now it looks like Gary Gensler's wanting to bring back some of that reining in, and that also plays into the pricing of all these things that even we're mining. Even though they're not on a U.S. exchange, it's still pulling liquidity out of the market, which does affect even the coins we're mining. So Dynex is down right now, 10 cents. But it's, you're still doing pretty good, especially if you were mining it and it was under 10 cents. You're still up. Let's see here. Are you not on here, Nexa? And Nexa is still sub penny. We got a lot of movement still left on that one. There's not much charting on this. This is like a low coin, a low cap coin that's just kind of emerging here. It's profitable to mine. Is it something that I would hold on to? Probably not. Man, there's like so many different coins that you could be mining right now, but all of them are pretty much being affected by the market here. I'm trying to figure out the ticker for the other one here. Hold on. Hash rate.now. All I have to do is just open up one of these. RA. Oh, you don't have a ticker thing, and so it's just spelling it out. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. So I mean, even for like Radiant, we're sub penny here. On certain GPUs, they're actually pretty decent. It is definitely pretty decent. I've been mining away on this one, but I've been auto converting right into that Litecoin and shipping it out. I'm not wanting to hold on to a lot of these coins, just to be honest on that one, fellas. So, I mean, that is just my viewpoint on how I'm trying to set up the mining aspect of things, is just kind of making sure that whenever I'm sitting here looking at these charts, that, I'm looking at price action on here. Is there any kind of movement? Because movement will equate to arbitrage. And if there's too much choppy movement, you can tell it's a pump and dump. I try not to mine direct pump and dumps. This looks like kind of like a little bit of wash trading, a little bit going on, and some hype and no hype on this. This looks like a healthy startup on a coin that's really doesn't have huge volumes yet. Uh, but whenever you see it just going up, goes over for an hour, and then straight back down, I stay away from that. A lot of this just looks like people playing some arbitrage on here, so a little bit of wash trading. Nothing horrible. I have seen far worse on coins. But now that there are more of you awesome people, I'm just kind of killing some time looking at some charts as you guys slide up in here and smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good juicy stuff, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into the news. So, bam. Power Color launches swappable backplates for the Radeon 7900 Red Devil series. I don't know about you, but I like the Red Devil series whenever they were on the last time they had a cool logo for the Red Devil series, in my opinion, was the RX 580. It was a pentagram. It had the representation of the devil ram on there. I mean, I know it's stolen from the pagan community, but whatever. I don't care about that. But I just liked how the backplate was. It was themed out really nicely. Now it just looks like a gimmicky card that is a 7900. The Red Devil edition is going to be more of a bin chipset, so you're going to have good performance off of it. Don't get me wrong, guys. Do not get me wrong. It's just I'm dogging on the looks of this. So you're now going to have three options for what you're going to be viewing. You have this viewed option here, where again, guys, it doesn't. You're not seeing a lot of heat being transferred through these backplates. But if I was going to have a backplate on there, I would like to utilize it as a radiator a little bit here. This cover will hold in the heat, but it gives a little area for the LEDs to be able to shine out for their newer logo for the Red Devil series. I'm not a big fan of it. I'll say that again, Here's the other back plate on there where you can kind of see more through the card a little bit more. The logo's a little bit more exposed on it. Again, I would rather have the actual devil head on here, not some cheap imitation. But, that's just me griping. First world problems, right? Or you can have it with nothing really special on there, and you just have this, just a standard little back plate on there. And I believe you'll be able to just take all the coolers off and have that. I believe that's how this one's going down on there. Be interesting, but the custom backplates will be available through major retails and official stores, U.S. residents only. The skins will cost about $60, while the intrusive model will retail at, I'm not sure. So I bet you this cheaper one will retail at about $30. So you can have the standard nothing on there. You can have this one for probably $30 when that one comes out. And either one of these ones are going to be $60 a piece that you could pretty much 3D print yourself. It's like, oh my gosh. I'm kind of disappointed on the route, the gimmicky route that Power Color has gone with this stuff. I would rather have the older logo stuff on here, but or I'm not going to pay for extra stuff. No way. This would be what I'd be looking at from that point on, which I'm fine with that, and she would hash out very nicely. The only thing I do like about this here is their cable management. Oh, impeccable cable management. I love it. But, this will hash out no different than any of the other 7900 XTs. But it's just going to be, if you get into the gimmicky side of this, this will be what you're going to want to go after. What up, G Money? How long have I been mining? I've been mining since 2018. It's like the dude, I'm still mining ETC and getting paid out in BTC on 2 miners. Nice, nice, nice. I love that integration from 2 miners. That it's like, yes, there is some controversy that I have with 2 miners, but them having the instant transfer into sweet Bizity Bitcoin makes life so much easier. For sure, Sadie. I've done a lot of solo mining on 2 miners too. That's pretty much all that I really use 2 miners for, is if I'm wanting to spool up a solo mine. If I'm not trying to solo mine, I stay away from 2 miners. There's some questionable things on them that they've never been willing to clear the waters on for during the point of Ethereum mining, with them sitting there sidestepping the MEV. That there was ways that the pools were getting paid out directly, and there was information that it wasn't verifiable, but it did implement 2 miners as being part of the grander issue of things. So I don't trust them. They're not willing to be transparent about it. So I mean, it's just hearsay at this point. It's kind of funny that it looks like you can kind of trace stuff happening in real time, but I digress on that one. Is working on mining room a good excuse for being late? 100% Fudweiser. I that is always the perfect excuse. Be like, hey, bro. I use it all the time, man. Whenever I'm late for streams, it's usually because I'm messing around with my rigs, and it's deciding to give me the middle finger, and it's being a really big what. It's like the dude's like, oh yeah, they were part of the issue too. Same with Ethermine, and there was a few other pools that were involved with this that they refused to be transparent about. So yeah. There. I have my issues with some of the mining pools. That's why I don't really trust them all. It kind of is what it is at that point, right? It is what it is. We can't control everything unless we sit there and start solo mining ourselves. And then if you're a little guy, it just really sets back for the little guy to not be able to participate if everybody has to solo mine. So there's that too. All right, here. Go on to the next one here. So we have confirmation of some pricing on the RTX 4070 MSRP to match the 3070 Ti. So we're getting a 70 class at a Ti class a 70 class for a Ti class pricing. And the reason why I'm going to dog on this one so hard is, like, you come down and you look at the product stack on here, right? 3070 Ti launched for $599. The 4070 is now launching at the $599 price point, while the 3070 launched at $499. So, are you truly going to tell me that you are getting $200 worth of extra value in the 4070? And I would strongly argue not. You are not getting an extra $200 worth of value off of just a non-TI 70 class. It's like you're going to sit there and you're going to pit them. You're going to pit them for the class that they stand in. It's a non-TI class. The 4090, you're looking at $499. The 4070, you're looking at $599. And then you got to look at, the tax on there. It's like, are you saying, because and this is just going to be the MSRP. Let's be real about it. The AIB partners are going to be $200. They're going to be at least $100, if not more, above MSRP. That's why I say $200 more. The only one that's going to be selling at $599 is going to be EVGA themselves, because there's no AIB partner that's going to be able to reach down at that $599 price point. And you're not going to sit there and tell me that the 3070 versus a 4070, that there's $200 plus of value proposition in that card. You're just not. Now, if they bring down that price down to that $400 marker, 70 class for 70 class, now I'm a little bit more interested. AMD has been dropping their prices back slowly. Why? Because they can't move the GPUs at the higher price points. People don't see value in this. I know, but EVGA doesn't make GPUs anymore. That, to me, that doesn't make any difference. To me, that should mean that they should be able to sell more of these new product lines and earn their money back faster, because there's less market share. From the business point of perspective, you're looking at total market share of people that are going to be available to buy new GPUs. You don't have to slice that pie up so much. So you're going to sell more units. If you can sell more units, so I mean, you see where this goes. So NVIDIA sitting there and raising their VGA core price is going to astronomically cause the AIB partners to be at least $200 more, if not $200 over the last generation. I just don't see the value proposition. I guess that's some of the reasons why I don't always buy GPUs when they first come out, because it's like, you are not going to tell me that there's that kind of value proposition in that particular, you're looking at a 70 class GPU. It's a 70 class. It's like, I would never pay more than $500 plus tax, and then you can add tax on there. I get it. But I would never pay more than $500 for a 70 class GPU. I don't care if it's new. It's like, yes, I'm cheap, but it's like, I'm also looking at the value proposition. How many people have a good enough monitor to really run 4K? 4070 class is not giving the value proposition, because the majority of the people who are running, even for gaming, it doesn't have enough value proposition in there. You're bottlenecked at your monitor, unless you're sitting there and buying the most baller monitor to go along with that. You're getting no value proposition off of this. Unless you're a competitive gamer, you're getting no value proposition from this. Mining, it's like, yes, I see the value proposition from that. 70 class GPUs are usually that nice sweet spot for mining, where you're not using too much power and you're not getting too little hash rate. It's kind of that Goldilocks zone between the 4070 Ti and the non-Ti. That would be that Goldilocks zone, in my opinion, right? And then the 4080 Ti class would be your top tier, because the 4090s, those are Titan class to me still. I still look at the 90 class as a Titan. And Titans were never really designed to be the go-to for mining. Yes, they can get you a lot of hash rate, but man, they use a lot of power. It's hard to build rigs around a GPU that is just a absolute power hog. I still don't recommend people grabbing the Titan class GPUs. That's just me. I usually recommend, the 70 class or an 80 class. 70 class, again, is, to me, is that sweet spot to me. So for mining wise, you get a good overall amount of hash rate for the amount of power that you're about to use. So, I mean, to me, I see just a lot of benefits from that. Same thing with like going into like the AMD side of it, going after like the like the 6800 XT, a 6070, a 670 XT, yeah, or 6700 XT. I mean, blah, 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 blah. Words, spit them out. But yeah, a 670 XT from the AMD side. Those are going to be those like sweet spots where, you're getting good performance, good wattage use on there, and you're not going overboard. Anything else, you're really just kind of either you're going lower and you're getting a ton of efficiency, but you're losing a lot of hash rate, but you got a lot of efficiency. So, I mean, it's not so bad, but going the other direction, you use too much wattage in the process. So, if I was buying more GPUs, I would definitely be in the 70 class right here, but not at these prices. I would still be holding out and waiting for these bad boys to show up in the used market and start scooping them up left, right, and sideways, and hope that it's not a bull run where I'm now paying exorbitant prices for these on the secondhand market too. So, I mean, it's one of those trade-offs at that point when it comes down to mining. All right. And if you guys were looking forward to E3, 2023 is no more. So it looks like canceled the second year in a row. It looks like E3 might be dead, guys. So there's just not enough buzz around it. People don't want to go to it. You're having all these bigger vendors now just doing their announcements on their own personal YouTube channels. So it's kind of like with the whole pandemic, it's pushed everybody virtually. And with that, it pushed everybody right on the YouTube. And now they can just sit there and get the content out themselves. They don't have to pay anybody. They get a wide variety of people that'll show up there to their speaks whenever they're doing their presentations or whatever, and then they get a whole lot of traction on their YouTube side. So, I mean, is there really a necessity to have to pay for a vendor spot at an event if you get the same, if not more, eyeballs by doing it through YouTube? And I think that's where what's going to kill off E3 is people. They're able to get more people involved through YouTube, I think, than they would to have a physically hosted event. Because when you have a physically hosted event, it's nice and everything, but you really limit down who can go, because not everybody can get an airplane, fly down there, get a hotel room, and be able to spend a couple of days and then fly back home. That gets pretty pricey just to have your gaming addiction fed, right? And seeing what kind of new hardware is coming out, what kind of new technology is coming out for the PC industry, server world, all that stuff. When they can just get the manufacturer can just let it out right on their own personal YouTube channel. It's like Newegg just left a voicemail. Oh my gosh. You're still having issues with them, Tech Man? That is hilarious. Too funny, my dude. He's like, I'm done with them. Oh God, I can't believe you're still like dealing with some of the aftermath with all of that. Now this next one I'm going to show off only because if it's like a cheap price, I would be really interested in it, not to run it in the configuration that it's sitting in currently. It's because I love, let's just be real about it. That's a blower card, fellas. This is a blower card inside of a small form factor case, guys. We have a portable 4090 blower card here. You can take this card out and mine with it. Or you might be able to mine with it in its current configuration. Oh. I don't know if it's going to need like a special adapter, like it has to go into a specific laptop. But if it's like tethered in to go to their, to the ASRock, new laptop, they might have like a proprietary connection in here. Oh man, I would strip that GPU out of there in a heartbeat and be like, yeah, we're gonna void the warranty 3 ways from Sunday. You can see the fan back there. I mean, it's behind the vents and everything, so I mean, it's getting the airflow. The only thing that makes me a little curious, because like I just don't see a photo. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's in the picture here. It'll be venting out this direction, it looks like. And then it's got like a proprietary. I'm not sure how this works. Like, is it going to be a custom PCB also? Because like I don't see the I/O header here. And if it's all proprietary inside, like, I wonder if it's got like a special connector inside the GPU or something, like it's using a standard PCB on there. But the interface for the HDMI and everything is all on the back header here. So, and there's no output headers on the back side of the GPU like you would normally see. So it makes me wonder what kind of PCB this is all laying on. But if it's a standard blower card, oh my god, I want it. What up, automatic beats? What's up? What's up? So I'd be really curious to see how this really the layout on this. So hopefully when it comes out, we'll see like Linus Tech Tips or Gamers Nexus crack one of these bad boys open and see what's underneath the hood. I want to see that if it's a standard GPU just with no header IOs on it. Oh man, that's even better looking than before. But it also depends too if it's going to be like a cut down GPU, you're not going to get full performance off of it. You know, there's multiple questions that I would have on this. Looks like it's going to be priced right around that $1,500 mark, though. I'd like to see what it looks like when it officially comes out, where the price really lands at, and moving forward on there. Considering that there's like a Radeon RX 6850M XT that costs like right around $1,400 right now. This would be the RTX 4090. So we'll see. You know, Asus is confirming about $2,000 for the US market. That's still, to me, a little pricey. So I mean, I would just like to see what it looks like when it comes out. Really do. I mean, that's just me. That is just me. And to go along with the title today, should the government be worried about AI or that cryptocurrency, guys? Because like they keep flip-flopping on worrying about the banking industry, worrying about war, worrying about a disease, and worrying about this, that, and the other, but they're not worried about them banks. They're going to bail out all the people, so nobody has to worry. They'll hyperinflate in no time. But you have a few people like the CEO from Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz. He's like, the government should be fearing AI, not crypto. Yo. So Mike Novogratz, who is the CEO of digital assets investment firm Galaxy Digital, and he has a giant Bitcoin mining operation under his belt too. So this guy is a big proponent in this crypto space. Very, very bullish on that sweet busy Bitcoin. He might dabble into some poop coins and stuff like that, but he's always been bullish on that Bitcoin. He is shocked over the amount of regulatory attention for crypto rather than artificial intelligence. We're now starting to see the emergence of deep fakes, and eventually the deep fakes are going to get so real that you're not going to be able to tell. You're going to have one political faction over here seeing these deep fakes. You're going to see these political factions seeing these deep fakes, and then they're going to argue on it, saying that they're lying and that they're lying, and we'll watch a big divide in the country just because of deep fakes. It's the technology is getting better and better, and having it in the public's hand is not always a good thing. So, I mean, in some aspects, I agree with it. On other aspects, I understand where some people that would be utilizing AI look at it. So, if I want to make, like myself, making digital art, I now don't have to pay anybody to do it, right? Which makes the value for an artist diminished, because I can saturate the market with digital art made by AI. So now we'll truly have the starving artist. The Van Goghs and the Picassos might never be discovered for our generation because of the whole AI. Because the AI is going to look better. It's going to look more vivid. It's going to be more awesome. It's going to be the new thing. And then people with their own expressions are not going to be able to really show their talents off through their artistry. And then people are going to be like, well, they could just move on to the digital side of it. Imagine anybody and their mother is going to be able to do it. That diminishes the value of that art, even if it's original art, because it's being generated by software. It's not your art. And if there's too much AI art in the market, even NFTs become diminished in value because of that. If you're buying it because of the digital art, they'll be able to flood the industry with this. Why? It's like I can sit there and have a program just make out 10,000 pieces for me, and then slap it into an NFT, call it a day, bam. And it took me all of a day to code it, and I walked away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like there's more involved in that than making the NFT, but it's like use AI, make picture, profit. And the AI robotics, that's going to come around at some point in time, no matter how we look at it, and it'll be the replacement of manpower. Now, what the hell is people going to do if you have no proof of work? I'm sorry, but life is all about proof of work. And being able to have a roof over your head, food on your table is proof of work. Where are people going to go when there's no proof of work? You're going to be dependent on the government? That's a horrible dystopian nightmare. And the reason why we're all in Bitcoin. Smash the lizardy like button for that one. Nemesis is an AI deepfake. We're all doomed. Doom. Oh yeah, the Boston Dynamics robots, man, that stuff, like, it's scary, dude. It's like it's gonna get worse. And by the time the governments realize that there's a problem, it'll be far too late, and we'll have already accidentally made Terminators. I'm just saying, man, it's supposed to be just movie crap, and here we are living it out. And the government's just sitting there blind-eyeing it because it's to sit there and take an interest in the AI right now makes them no money. If they're not making money on it, why worry about it? And if they are making money directly on the AI, why would they stop it? Better to go after crypto because they're really not into that. That negatively impacts the US dollar and their direct purchasing power. That means that people found a life raft and they've got to be able to snipe out the life raft. I'm just saying. Nanobots will get us all. Good God, I hope not. I hope not. And the SEC Chair Gary Gensler faces scrutiny over crypto policies from Congress. Mark this date. Following the recent actions by the U.S. authorities against the U.S. and crypto industries, Operation Choke Point 2.0 has become more apparent than ever. At the center of the campaign, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions, which recently sent a notice to Coinbase, brought a lawsuit against crypto mogul Justin Sun over fraud and other security laws violations. That was like we there's a lot of us Bitcoiners that have been calling for this one for a hot minute. That if you look at the letter of the law, all these people have been violating it since day one. They're just pissed that it's finally being enforced. It's like the laws are there. Unless the laws change, we can enforce this, and it's completely legal, guys. It's like this is how it's gonna go. You're also gonna see. What the hell? Richard Hart from Hex. He's gonna face some scrutiny too if he's still here in the United States. Just saying. He will see scrutiny also. It will be epic to watch some of these people squeal like a pig as the SEC comes down on every last one of them. Every one of them. You already see Richard Hart distancing himself from Hex altogether. You go onto his social media stuff, there's nothing about Hex. He's deleted all the posts out of it from Hex. He's got a disclosure in there that he doesn't watch the news. He knows nothing about the news, doesn't talk to anybody about anything. Sounds like a guy who's getting prepared to get sued. Just saying, guys. Just saying. We're about to watch the big purging. So we'll see about how all of this is going to be moving forward. But to disclose that the SEC chairman Gary Gensler will have to testify before the committee for the first time on April 18th to justify his actions and why he is being now out of the blue so harsh on the cryptocurrency ecosystem since he's been so relaxed since 2010. Now he's trying to go after this, right? So we got Senator Warren Davis. He's like, let's make this Fire Gary movement bipartisan. So he wants to get rid of Gary Gensler. I'm not sure if that's going to be really feasible overall unless they, again, they get bipartisan agreement to fire him. But at least we know that Gary Gensler is pro Bitcoin, and like not that he would be like, oh yeah, you should get into Bitcoin. No. But he doesn't see that. He sees that Bitcoin doesn't violate any security laws at all. So that speaks tremendous at this point. I think that what the SEC is doing is extreme because it's so little, so late. And I think that's where some of the Warren Davis comes from. He's like, and now you're gonna do this? Why? Because now you come under fire with FTX. And that's how everybody's looking at this. That he's coming under fire for FTX and being so lax on the cryptocurrency industry. And now they're going to be questioning, okay, why were you so buddy with Sam Bankman-Fried and his family and not doing any kind of regulations on him or any of the cryptocurrencies that he was offering on his exchange? I mean, there's a bunch of little red flags in what Gary Gensler is doing, but at the same time, he is only enforcing the law as it states. The good, the bad, the ugly. Whether we like it or not. I don't see that he's doing anything wrong. It's just he's doing a lot all at once. Instead of picking stuff off one at a time, he's kind of just going through and going, whoop, we regulate all of it now. Floodgates opened, I'm pissed. And that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like the whole Gary Gensler movement is in the crypto space, with him coming down on everything crypto except Bitcoin. It just makes it look like he's a little kid that just got in trouble and now is pissed off at everybody else. What it kind of feels like. I understand he is going about it legally, but the way he's doing it just kind of seems vindictive more than I'm going to enforce rules and regulations. And I think that's where Senator Warren Davis looks at, right? Should he be fired? I wouldn't want Biden to be able to try to appoint somebody else in there. I wouldn't want somebody far worse than Gary Gensler. At least right now, we just know he's pissed off. Stop poking the bear, people. Jeez. I'm just saying. So he will go under fire for everything. He'll have to kind of he'll get questioned on everything. And as long as he's doing everything to the letter of the law, he should be able to make the case out for every move that he's been making and justify it. The only thing that he's not going to be able to justify is if they bring up the fact, why are you only now putting the regulation forth that has been on the books since day one? Either you are not doing your job then and you should be fired, or you're not doing your job now and you're fired. You see where this one kind of goes. Either he wasn't doing his job in the first place and he should have been regulating everything the way that he is right now, or it's not how it's supposed to be done, and the way that he's regulating it right now is too much of a heavy hand. And either he needs to dial it back, or he's gone overboard, and, should he be fired over it? I'm not really sure. Again, I think he's going at it legally, so as long as he can justify everything that he's done, then he might have some kind of leg to stand on and be able to stand up to like Senator Warren Davis and have some kind of recourse and keep his job and continue to come down with a boom on the whole crypto space. Or maybe this is enough to get him to chill out. Hard to say. It's like John Jermaine Gensler, Senator Warren, Michael Burr are against America. I can agree. I truly can. I absolutely, truly can. So, we've been seeing the market kind of jumping around here a lot. Bitcoin price jumps to above 28K after a 1.5K Bitcoin shorts blows out. So that was something that I've been waiting for, is that we needed to have some liquidation in the shorts or longs. Either shorts or longs need to be liquidated here. So we just had the shorts get liquidated because Bitcoin was able to pump above 28,000. Now, with them being blown out here, does that mean we should instantly spike to 28K? No. It means that there's a bunch of people that are now priced in that have bought Bitcoin, right? Now we should see a bit of a sell-off with this. These are now people who are unintended buyers of Bitcoin. So now they're going to have to sit there and sell some Bitcoin to recoup some of their losses right now. And that'll suppress the price here. Now, depending on who you're looking at, there are some pro traders out there. I'm not a pro trader. Don't listen to me on this one. This article was not written from me about me in any way, shape, or form. This might be somebody smarter than all of us. Don't know. Pro trader says Bitcoin to dive to 13K before the major rally as the financial crisis 2.0 unfolds. Duh, duh, duh. I love that. It's all in red. It's all grimacing. Red means terror, caution, all that good stuff. Right. So Bitcoin, despite gaining more than 70% this year, 28 12,400. It is predicted to fall below 13,000 before another rally, guys. Now, that one's kind of, you get mixed signals from this one. This one is going to be a really mixed signal strategy that'll be going forth. Because if we have a bank crash, a financial crash here in America, right? You're going to see a lot of people that will do an initial sell-off. So there is a potential that Bitcoin could drop in price as people are scrambling. Or you could be looking at the flip side that people are now driven into Bitcoin, gold, and silver. There's going to be your three safe haven assets that people are going to be driving into, and we just see it rocket off from here. So either in a big financial crisis, we're going to see the biggest sell-off going into the biggest bull run in Bitcoin history. Very well could. I mean, I plausibly I could see that happening. But as of right now, that's like that's a coin flip at that point. In my opinion, there's no way that you can even predict one way or another. It depends on how all these different companies and individual people start looking at it. You're either going to be hardening people, really hardening people right into Bitcoin. New people into Bitcoin, old people that were kind of into Bitcoin are now into Bitcoin, or you have those same people going into gold and silver because they're trying to protect their wealth. And the people who are going to be doing it at the very end, it's going to be too late for them. By the time they start buying it, the price will get so high. I mean, does that mean that they lose their purchasing power? No. It just means that they're not experiencing the biggest wealth transfer like some of the people who have purchased into it years before. That's really the difference between it. So if it drops down below 13,000, that's going to be a hella dip. And that'll be a hella buying opportunity. That will be a beautiful coupon in the market. Suck for paying bills, but a beautiful coupon in the market nonetheless, right? So, I mean, just kind of look at it that way when you're looking at, some of these gurus saying, oh, it's going to drop, or, oh, it's going to go to the moon. They don't know. The metrics right now shows that it could flip either way. There is no way. You are gambling on which direction. This is where I tell people to hold tight, stay course of what you've normally been doing. So if you've been buying $10 a week, $20 a week, or $10 a month, whatever, just stick to the plan. Stick to your plan on that. Do not vary this stuff just because you'll hear one person saying that, oh, we're going to rock it off from here. You'll see another one going, oh, we're going to drop before we rock it. Both are plausible at this point. It's like, and there's no way of truly predicting this. So just kind of sit there and hold the course. If things really melt down, we're going to be sitting pretty, guys. Don't worry. We will be sitting pretty. We are in a safe haven asset class. That's how I look at it. And then, you can have AI development here. That's where it gets scary again, too. It's now predicting crypto sets Bitcoin price at 300,000 by 2030. Man, why 2030? That's so long away. I want moon now, right? Moon! Lambo! Moon! Right? That's what we were promised when we came in, right? Every one of us. We were promised moon and Lambo. Not that I want a Lambo, but... It's like, give me the fun. Yeah, buddy. Right, dude? Right. So, after venture capitalist and former CTO at cryptocurrency trading platform Coinbase, Balaji made a shocking claim that Bitcoin could reach the price of $1 million in the following 3 months. We'll still see. That's still on the table, guys. Still on the table. There's a lot of money bet on that one. Many in the crypto space became intrigued, wondering if his prediction could truly materialize. Is it a self-fulfilling prophecy because you've said it, now it'll happen? Or was it going to happen anyway? Or is this going to be a dud? I hope it doesn't hit 1 million because, man, the drop off on that cliff on the other side would suck. If it got up high enough and I had enough Bitcoin, I'd probably end up start selling off my Bitcoin, just to protect it. Because like I see that thing, like if it took an elevator on the way up to a mill, it'll crash down harder than anything has ever been crashed before, and I would scoop up more Bitcoin on the other side. I'd be smart about that. Be a very interesting transaction. I would love to see that, even if it was only for a day. Only for a day, I'd be happy. As you know, it's like as always. Upon being asked the hypothetical average Bitcoin predictions for each year in 2024 and 2030 period, ChatGPT. It was the only AI language model, and as such, it could predict the future of Bitcoin prices with certainty or accuracy. But it did ultimately manage to deliver some interesting rounded up numbers. According to the figures, the AI tool, Bitcoin is expected to reach a price of $150,000 in 2024, adding around another $25,000 every following year speculatively, until hitting its enticing number of 300,000 in 2023, as part of the query posted on March 29th. So this is the mark out what ChatGPT had predicted here. So I mean, if it jumped up to 150,000 next year and then just jumped $25,000 every year subsequently after that, I would consider that actually healthy growth. And that would be a maturing market. So for me, I would very much welcome that. But we'll see how accurate that really is. I mean, granted, we're coming through a Bitcoin cycle of potentially before a halvening, putting in a triple top. If we could put a triple top, this will be the first time we do that in Bitcoin's pricing history. Which means that we are starting to build up more momentum to continue that upward trend. Not that huge, where I bought a Bitcoin at $5 and now look at where it's at. We're not going to see those pricing spreads like that. Those opportunities are long. Those opportunities were for the early adopters, the people who stumbled upon this and understood it far better than other people as being something that you want to have. So for the rest of us, a $25,000 jump up in Bitcoin price per year. I mean, imagine if you sat there and you held on to a single Bitcoin and every year you became $25,000 more wealthier. I mean, that's basically what it's stating here. Now, do I trust the whole AI thing behind it? No. But it's interesting that somebody actually went through to try to ask it a predictive model of what it would do. And granted, it's not fully connected into the internet grabbing new data for the AI development. That aspect is actually off right now. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. It's like that would be an interesting hella buy-in, I know, right? And along with every other country, including the United States here, guys, Russia is going to be launching soon at some point. They are testing out the digital ruble. So we have the digital yuan already being rolled out in Chickadee, China. We have other countries that are going to be implementing CBDCs of their flavor. We have the United States talking about potential CBDC. Forget about knowing $600 worth of transaction. They're going to know that. They're going to know where, when, and why you bought a cup of coffee. Yes, sir. So if you want to sit there and pay somebody underneath the table, not no more. You'll be taxed right there on the spot. Yeah. Ain't that about a... Yep. So the rollout of the Russia's CBDC. So it'll be Russian CBDC is being held back, delayed indefinitely. However, participating banks have started their readiness to begin the testing, even though the pilot is being delayed indefinitely. The banks are still getting ready. So we'll see how the banks are going to respond to this, because if they're going to be getting ready for it and they're not rolling out their own CBDC, that means they're using the digital yuan. Now remember, they've already they've already partnered up, guys. They're already part of BRICS. BRICS is sidestepping the United States altogether. BRICS is gonna be getting rid of SWIFT. Nobody wants to deal with the SWIFT banking system. Nobody wants to deal with our garbage fiat that we're passing around, our little debt certificates to everybody, because we can't pay it off. But we have more of these other countries pushing over towards blockchain currency. That's going to be, we all know it's going to be surveillance coin. We already know this. But if Russia is just going to, ixnay on their own project, does that mean that they're going to be issuing in the digital yuan for settlement layer? Are they going to be using it between countries? And is that the reason why the banks in Russia are still going to figure out the CBDC integration so that they can continue, so that they can do international settlement with BRICS? So just kind of think of that. That will be a hell of a stab at the SWIFT banking system and a good death blow to the United States petrodollar. Especially if you have some of the biggest energy producers now trading in digital yuan. It's game over for the U.S. dollar. Regardless if the U.S. comes out with the our own version of the CBDC, it won't matter. Our economy will be wrecked the moment that we get dropped completely as being the petrodollar. And we are losing that stance because we are printing money faster than the value can be spent out of it. We're diluting it faster. We are basically the government's pushing their debt off onto every country and every person that uses the dirty fiat that's from the United States. So, and it's going to push everybody into a more sound currency. And if that's going to be the digital yuan, the U.S. is screwed, completely screwed. But again, it still looks like the banks are going to be participating in a CBDC pilot, with or without the government, without the stink, the central bank being completely involved with it. They're still rolling out branches of it. So that's telling me that they're getting ready for it and they're going to have it on the back line. They're just not going to be issuing their own. It's big. That's actually some big news, guys. That they're not going to be issuing their own. So, especially when they were already talking about it. So I mean, they're people from the central banks of Russia. They're going, the use of smart contracts should reduce the operational load of the banks and make the details transparent, which are not only to reduce the chances of misuse of the government and the bank's funds, but ultimately simplify the control over the existing contracts. Keyword control. So even if Russia scraps the whole their CBDC, they can still run the banks on that same platform and have them communicating that way in real time. and it will allow the governments to actually seek more oversight on them. That could be the other side of this, guys. So it might not be that, oh, they're just going to use the digital yuan. It could be that it's not going to be intended for public use, but more for banking regulation internally in Russia. That's just my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts. What's your guys' thoughts on this and all of that good stuff? And we are definitely over that 1 hour marker, guys. So thank you everybody for being here. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Share this video out with all of your favorite peeps on all your favorite social medias, guys. Helps me out to grow my channel to more of you awesome people. Yo. So, yeah, definitely everybody put some FAs in that shizzity chat, guys. Yo. If you got any comments or questions, now is the time to ask. Ask away. Man, I'm glad I bought. I'm glad I paid bills now because the price of Bitcoin's under 28. We are coming down, guys. Bitcoin's going down. It's going down. Sell it all. It's over. Game over, man. Totally game over. It's like, what's for dinner? I know I got ground beef pulled out. I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi was wanting to make. But am I on Nostr yet? No, I'm not. I am not on Nostr. I've thought about it, but no, I have not made the move over to Nostr. If you guys are unfamiliar with Nostr, that is where a lot of the Bitcoiners from Twitter have been migrating over to. The problem that I have with it, okay, is first it was everybody moved over to Mastodon and then back up, and now you're on Mastodon and Twitter. Now they want to be on Nostr. It's like, what happened to Mastodon? Well, Mastodon's too hard to use. Okay. I haven't migrated over to Nostr yet. I was thinking about it, but I just haven't done the polar plunge yet. Just to be honest. And FA eggs. So eggs, guys. He dropped an egg emoji. I will be getting chunkins tomorrow, guys. Little baby cheekies. Little babies. They'll be like day-old hatchlings or something like that. Day or two old. I'll be bringing them home, raising chunkins. I'll be doing a vlog on that, guys. So if you're interested in doing that, it'll be part of this. But it'll be just something like a 10, 20-minute video. I'm going to try to do those videos fairly quicker. Just doing quick, like, weekly updates on it. Like, once a week, I'll probably do a singular video on the chickens, or if something major happens. I will be posting pics of the baby chicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The little babies. I will post them. I will be doing vlogs on it. So this way you guys will be able to see the status of the chickens. I don't know. I was thinking about doing something also. Like, I don't know. Allowing you guys to do like this was like an idea, like it popped up into my head earlier today, right? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, or even after the video, drop a comment in the bottom of this video. Let me know what your thoughts would be. Would you do an auction to be able to name the chickens? Would you guys be interested in that? Let you guys, the community, actually name the chickens. But I'll auction off the place card for each one of them. Rude's like, no! Just for like a couple of Satoshis. Fudweiser's like, It's like the person with the biggest win bid on there would win, right? The dude's like, doesn't sound bad. DN Capitol building was taken over today. Transurrection. Oh my god. No way. Trump actually got indicted today? Oh my lord. They are going out on a limb with, oh my god, this is like the weakest case ever. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my god, that is hilarious. It's such a weak case. Stormy Daniels that's been lying. A lawyer that got caught for lying are their star witnesses. They're gonna go to trial with two known liars, both of which are basically criminals. One's a prostitute, and one's gone to prison or went to jail for lying to the grand jury or something stupid like that. Oh, I know it's not criminal charges. Well, they got to have some kind of charges that, well, I mean, like they have charges that they're wanting to charge him with. They're just not publicly stating them. When he gets arraigned, that's when it'll be public knowledge, I think. Unless somebody from the from either the DA office leaks it or the court system leaks it. We'll see. I have a feeling you're right, Budweiser. I have a feeling that they just made him a martyr. He's going to come out of there going, look, the swamp tried to indict me. And he's going to go full Super Saiyan, dude. He's going to go Super Saiyan. And Sleepy Joe's not going to know what happened. He's going to be like, oh, what? Oh, you didn't vote for me? You ain't black. That is hilarious. And I know Trump would be like, I'm just going to go in there and let them have it. We're going to give them everything they want. Well, this is going to be good for me. I'm going to be president again. So, thank you everybody for being here, man. That is still wild. Trump getting indicted. That is so stupid. So stupid. I'm just saying. But anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Definitely smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Thank you everybody for being here. And yes, 4 years there was no wars in the world. Truth there. Truth. I mean, well, there still was conflict, but not any new wars. So, truth. Truth with that rude. And he's not even from the country, and he knows this. Yes. So thank you everybody for being here. Definitely smash that lizardy like button. If you guys are wanting to have your rigs hosted by me and Mikkel at the Family Mind, certainly get into the Patreon. Get it into Pseudo Hasher tier. What are you waiting for? We're getting there. We're going to have power, and I don't want you to miss out. I don't want you... I want you to FOMO into Patreon. Do it now. Links down below. If you can't afford it, I understand. I get it. Definitely join the Discord. That's free. Love to have you all part of the Discord no matter what. So let's get into the pseudo hasher tier if you're wanting to have us host your rigs. It's well worth getting in there. Just saying. Just saying. So with that being said, thank you everybody for being here. And one last thing. You're part of my experiment. Don't just close off the video. Click on one of the links, go into a different video that YouTube suggests to you, and then click off of that video. It looks like it might be helping my YouTube algorithm. I'm just saying. It seems to be working, fellas. I'm getting viewership now. I'm getting subscribers back. Thank you, everybody, for helping. And peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one.